I'm Lauren Flynn.
I'm Dorothy Goodwin.
And I'm Olivia Overington.
And together we are Peace Love Cupcakes.
Together we are three best friends, and we're all seniors in high school at Westford Academy in Massachusetts. And when we were in 6th grade, we all kind of were just like hanging out at lunch one day, right? At lunch.
Yep.
And we were like a little trio back then too. And we were like, we should like bake cupcakes this weekend and like raise money and like donate it to a charity or something. Or like we knew
Just
that we
for
wanted
fun.
to like do something with charity, so we all love to like come together and like bake like cookies and cupcakes. We're like, oh, like let's like put those two together and make a donate to charity. And so we just did like one thing at first.
Our first stand was on the side of the road in my neighborhood, and we made $80 for a local homeless shelter called the House of Hope. And it was the Labor Day going into our 7th grade year, so that was the end of August in 2011.
We made $80 and we were really excited.
And so then we decided it was something that we wanted to do frequently. So throughout middle school, we did it about every other to every 3 months. We would hold a stand at within our town of Westford, and it would go towards a different local charity.
We did them in front of like Starbucks and
Donalds,
a grocery store,
Joann Fabrics,
craft stores.
Joann Fabrics was cold.
That was a cold day.
What we gave to range from the MSPCA to the LA Fund, which went towards breast cancer, and then we continued to also donate to other homeless shelters, like the first stand we did.
So when we entered high school, we decided that we'd spend a lot of time doing individual stands for different community service organizations. And we decided that it was time to focus on a larger goal, to take our next 4 years of high school and really commit it to a larger project so that we could make a big difference to one organization. And Dorothy found the African Well Fund online, and we decided that we shared an interest in providing clean water because growing up in a suburban area, we always had access to clean water, and it was never something that we questioned about having. And we understood the fact that there are people out there that don't have that incredibly basic amenity, and it was something that we wanted to help provide for them. So we chose a borehole well, which cost $30,000, or
Around 25 to 30.
yeah, around like $25,000-$30,000, and that would serve 1,000 people in an African community.
And this project includes not just the well, but the maintenance and the sanitation systems that go along with it so that it can sustain within the community for years to come, versus other projects that would have been cheaper, but they wouldn't have lasted as long for the community that we're serving.
And we get asked a lot like how we found the African Well Fund. And it was literally just Dorothy like poking around online one day, and we like saw it, and we're obviously like, oh, this is like such like a great cause, like obviously you want to help
It was
this.
something we're all mutually agreed we were passionate about, which other stands would be more like one of us was really excited and the other two were excited as well, but it was like always like one person's ideas over the other. And this one was, we all mutually agreed we would spend 4 years on this cause because it's something that's so basic and every human should have access to clean water.
Freshman year and sophomore year, we kind of stayed on our same track of just having individual cupcake stands at different venues in Westford, small things, and we were kind of just slowly growing our profits more around each stand. But then we decided to start doing town events, like we have the Westford Academy Holiday Bazaar, which is a big craft fair at our school. We have the Strawberry Festival,
which is another large craft fair that are both widely attended within the town. And so with the start of the 4-year project is really when our organization took off. I believe it was in 2014 we became an official 501c3 nonprofit with the state.
So all donations are tax deductible.
And then our junior year we began a corporate sponsorship program. So different local businesses sponsored with us, so we publicized for them at each event in return for their yearly donation. We started a website and that has online donations on it, and that really helped and made people who couldn't attend our events, donating was a lot more accessible for them. So that really helped. So junior year is really when the momentum took off.
So our original goal was $15,000 to make a well, because that was like, because we didn't, when we heard like 25,000 and 30,000, we didn't think we could get that in 4 years, and like 15,000 was like making a basic well, right? It was like making like a basic well, and it was like, oh, like this is the kind of like the minimum to make the borehole well. Like it might not be maintained as nicely or whatever, but this is what you can do to make the well. So junior year, when we got all this momentum, we raised, how much did we raise that year?
We raised over 10,000 just in the month of December.
Really?
Yeah, we did. We went from 7 to almost 18,000.
Which was incredible for us.
Because our freshman and sophomore year, we raised, I think, just over 7,000 between the 2 years.
So that helped. So by the end of 2015, we had reached our goal of $15,000, and the day of the holiday craft fair, we sat in Dorothy's car in the school parking lot, and we counted up all the money, all the dollar bills, and we realized we had raised $1,000, which like normally you raise like 500 at the bazaar, like if that.
Yeah.
And we were all just like crying in
Like
our cupcake shirts and like
holding
aprons.
$1,000 in like dollars.
It was crazy.
It was crazy, but
it was so awesome.
And so once we reached the 15,000, we all agreed we had made the 4-year time commitment to this project. It was something we had all grown with and grown more and more passionate about as we became more successful with the project.
And
so we weren't ready to stop.
together too.
Yeah, and so we weren't ready to stop this project. So we contacted one of the executive directors of the African Well Fund that we had previously been in contact with, and she reaffirmed that it would be good to raise another 10,000. So we raised our goal to 25 in the January of 2016, and just last weekend we reached that goal at the Holiday Bazaar.
We still have like our donation link open on our website, obviously, and we're still accepting donations, just because we made the 4-year commitment. So we thought, why not raise whatever we can.
We're not formally raising our goal a second time, even though we've met our goal before the end of our time commitment, just because at this point it's slightly less time left, and we're just still going to be collecting donations from other people, friends and family, things like that, just because we want to make as big of an impact as possible. In the spring, we're hopefully going to travel to Washington, D.C. to meet with the African Well Fund, their executive board, as well as Africare, which is the organization that's on the ground in Africa that does the building and the production of the wells themselves. Hopefully we're going to meet with them and be able to present our money, but in terms of scheduling and finances, it might be difficult, but we're hopefully going to work that out.
And so that should be the nice
icing on the cake.
Icing on the cupcake. To like finish up our project, and we still have to decide where we're going to take it from here in terms of going to college, but that is our next step in our journey with this.
And like overall, like I don't know, I never saw myself being a nonprofit organizer and owner. I'm not 18 yet, so technically I'm not the owner yet.
That's true.
Sure. That's okay. Yeah, exactly. Dorothy owns a whole charity because we're both 17. But I don't know, it's really helped us 3 stay friends, because like we all have a lot of different interests and like friend groups in high school and all that stuff. It's really helped us all stay a trio, and we've met so many cool people throughout our journey.
And I think overall it's affected us more than we could have ever thought. I think we've all grown as our projects have gotten bigger and our organization has gotten better equipped and organized and everything. We've grown with it. I mean, we started at 11 and 12 years old, and now we're 17, 18. Yeah. So, but it's really taught all of us, I think, what like dedication and motivation can produce.
Yeah. So it taught us a lot about what it means to connect with other people through community service, and to connect with each other as well, and really focus on what passion and commitment can do for an organization. Because there were a lot of nights, Friday nights, we'd be sticky and really tired.
Really tired.
And wondering why we were still doing what we were doing for this project. And then the next day at our stand, someone would come up to us and tell us a story about how they volunteered in Africa, or they had a child or a cousin who volunteered there, and how important it is to them to see that young people like us are also getting involved in the different community service projects that are needed there, and being able to help out and give back to that community.
So as you can see, we're really big Ellen DeGeneres show fans, and
I have our different shirt.
And in March of 2015, I flew out to LA from Massachusetts, and I saw your show, and it was the best experience of my life, and it was so fun, and we all just love your show so much. We all we just love you. It's just so funny, and yeah.
Yeah, we just wanted to share our story with you because we're such big fans.
Your show and the positivity that you bring to the world every day, and we know that you're making an impact, and we would love to be on your show to get our message out to the world and hopefully further inspire people that they can make a difference, and they can also make positive impact themselves, no matter how big or how small it is. So if you'd be willing to have us, or if you'd be willing to make any sort of contribution, we'd be so grateful and so appreciative of it.
And we love you a lot.
And thank you so much for giving us the time to even listen to our story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye. Thanks, Ellen.